There is a world as tangible as our own, impossible to see yet unavoidable to sense. A world enveloped by a seemingly unending ocean of forests. Buried deep in that forest, tucked away neatly within a blanket of twilight, lies a quaint little cabin. And in that cabin
is a bunch of guys who's a bunch of bullshitter.
Welcome to the SleepyCabin annual podcast.
Brought to you by water. Africans don't have it, that's why it's good. Yes.
They have water. It's just
they peed on
just
it.
accumulates.
It's called blood. They drink blood.
Made out of 78% water.
They bathe in each other's blood.
It accumulates in puddles.
They're made out of 98.6.
It accumulates in tears that they drink.
Brought to you by that frothy mixture of blood and goat milk that the savages drink in Africa.
No!
They give you milk.
Also called Mountain Dew. That's right, Mountain Dew sponsored.
Brought to you by Mountain Dew Code Red.
Frothy goat milk.
Yeah, frothy goat milk.
Brought to you by Coca-Cola. They sponsor slaves in China.
Brought to you by those things Africans, those pointy things Africans wear on their dicks.
Spears?
I don't know what they're called.
Fangs?
No, they're like little pointy cones, but they stick out really
That'd
far.
be pretty cool, like body mod, if you got two little fangs and put it on the underside of your dick.
Brought to you by Deformed Chimp Lady.
So that
We're sorry.
When you push it into the girl and pull it back out, it hurts.
This podcast is brought to you by Papa John's. I don't like Papa John's. It stinks.
Is this going to be the whole podcast? Just fake
Brought to
sponsors?
you by...
Brought to you by...
This podcast brought to you by Bookshelf.
Put books on top.
We hold shit so you don't have to.
This podcast brought to you by my stinky finger.
It holds shit so you don't have to.
This podcast is brought to you by Al Qaeda. Down to America.
No, you can't do that.
Bananas.
That's too much Al Qaeda jokes.
Does Al
This
Qaeda
podcast-
still
This
exist?
podcast is brought to you by Ghostbusters 3, which is going to be really unfunny because it's going to be filled with
Because
unfunny
Dan
words.
Aykroyd's writing it. Yeah, I said it. Dan Aykroyd's a fucking creep.
Did he write it?
Look it up.
Did he write it?
Probably. He's a
Being
fucking
made by
creep,
those
dude.
people who made Bridesmaids. And it's gonna have that big fat one, and she's gonna make fat
Oh,
jokes
God,
all the time.
Wait, Bridesmaids.
Jenny, that's not
People kept telling me to watch that.
It's I don't know her name,
I heard it was kind of gay.
but she sucks, and everybody thinks she's funny.
You sexist pig.
I know. Should we just start this again?
All right, so since Corey's not here, let's talk about Corey for a little bit.
All right.
Stop it.
We didn't even really introduce ourselves.
Okay, welcome to SleepyCast. This is Chris and Jeff and Stamper and Zach.
We should, you know what?
Good enough.
Hold on.
That was the laziest. Welcome to SleepyCast. This is Chris, Jeff, Stampy.
I'll do it.
I'm sorry.
Welcome to SleepyCast, your weekly source of ugly freaks making you laugh.
Get off the stage,
Okay, well, we got a heckler in here, obviously. I don't know how he got in. I'm Zach.
I'm Stamper. TV.
I'm
.org.
I'm Chris.
.com.
And
My name's Jeff, and I also go by JohnnyUtah, also Keanu Reeves' character in the movie Point Break. I don't live in Utah, thank you.
Yeah, it's all a lie. Look up Point Break.
I don't like people at every fucking month on Xbox. Some guy's like, "Are you a Mormon?"
What do you
No.
Oh, because of Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do they do in Utah?
I don't fucking know.
Call
I don't
yourself
live in
Johnny
Utah.
Nice Mountains.
Johnny Nice Mountains.
Or
Sounds like a
Johnny
weird sexual innuendo.
Johnny
Yeah, like
Occasional
you got-
Cougar.
Johnny
you got
Magic
big plump
Underpants.
titties.
He's got big tits.
Johnny Mountains.
Johnny Mountains.
Sounds like a porn star name.
Alright.
Well, my name is Johnny, and I have big titties.
That works.
Go on, Zach. Tell us what's in the little book of yours.
I have your deepest, darkest secrets. This is actually your book, Chris, which looks identical.
This is my diary.
Today, which is today. Me gay, me suck penis, ha ha ha. Oh no, Stamper come in. Me go now.
How are you?
Why did you write that down?
How are you even reading that? I wrote that in like my own symbols.
Yeah, it's your real language.
How did you know my
It
language?
shows your face with a dick coming into it and then Stamper walking in and you putting the book away.
How are you reading that?
I'm a savant.
Okay.
Yeah, an idiot savant.
No, a cool one with a big dick and a cool fast car.
Count these toothpicks, bitch.
Big fast car savant.
Big fast dick car.
Okay. Anyways.
Let's talk about dead animals.
Okay.
All right.
Did you ever, obviously, we're going to sound like assholes, but,
Yeah.
you know, kids are young. They don't really have a concept of life and death. Did you ever do anything when you were younger where you hurt an animal, like maybe an insect?
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
I didn't do it, but you want to hear a sad story?
Yeah.
One time after school, I was waiting to get picked up, and my friend Kevin was standing around, and he saw a little caterpillar on the ground, and he was like, "Hey, watch this!" And he picked it up, then he got a pencil, and he poked out the caterpillar's eye with it. and I felt really, really, really
Poked
sad.
at its eye?
He poked at his eye.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I know, it wasn't fun. Sorry, I'm after bumming at the podcast already, but it did happen. You know what, I'm gonna beep out his name too.
Oh, he's not gonna care. Kevin, you're a fucking monster.
Yeah, it was, no, he's the nice guy now, but that was like the saddest thing I ever saw. The end.
I shot a seagull once. I felt really horrible about that.
You shot a seagull?
Seagulls are worthless, though.
Yeah, we had this. This is. I don't even know if you could do it anymore. But we used to be able to go to Walmart and buy
The guns?
but like not BB guns.
You can still do that. Yeah, you can buy pellet guns.
But
you
like
can
the
buy
ones
BB
that you
guns.
put the cartridge, the CO2 cartridge in that you could really do damage with it.
Dude, you could buy shotguns. Like, not shotguns, but you could buy, like, actual guns at Walmart.
We got into so much fucking trouble with that gun. There was 3 times that we got in the because it looked real. First of all, the first time we got into trouble with it is because I was in the car with my friend Polo, and he's sitting in the passenger seat, and there's a minivan in front of us, and there's like these 2 grade school kids in the back window, like making fun of us, and he's like, "Man, fuck those bitches," and I was like, "Dude, they're just kids."
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, fuck them," and then he pulls a gun out, and then he's like pointing it at them, and then they went ape shit, and you could see him silently going nuts in the car, right? And then I get up, and he's like, "Ah, it was so funny," and then I get up to the light, and then the van like stopped all the way behind me, right?
Yeah.
And then I went over to Polo's house. It turns out that she held back there to
his
get my
license.
license plate. And then
called the cops.
my dad called my cell phone. He's like, "Son, get home right fucking now." And I was like, "What?" And then me and Polo went back to my dad's house, and there was cops all over the place.
Like, several?
Yeah, and then they interviewed us separately, and they interviewed him first, and they were like, and then he came out and he was like, "Don't tell him fucking anything." And I was like, "Yeah, man, I got your back." And then I went in there and I was like, "It's a fake gun. We got it at Walmart and we already got rid of it." Actually, that was the last story. That was when I actually disposed of it in a pond like I was a fucking...
Like, you just killed somebody?
Yeah. I was like, I gotta get rid of this thing. It's a toy gun from fucking Walmart. But as far as the animal story goes, like, again, we were sitting in the car. It was just always in my car. And it's like, "Hey, see if you can't shoot that seagull." And I was like, "Okay." And then I just did it. And it got him right through the neck. And he was like, "Eh!" And then he plopped over like a bag of shit. I felt so fucking horrible. I got out of my car and I went over to the seagull and I picked him up. I picked up his lifeless little body. And it's so weird because their necks in real life are only like 2 inches long. Well, not when they're dead. But when I picked up his body, his head dangled and his neck stretched out like a spaghetti noodle. And his neck was like a foot long. And then I ran to the veterinarian. I was like, "Fix the bird." And the whole time, his head was like flopping like a slinky. And then I passed it over to the vet, and the vet was like, "What do you want me to do with this?" I was like, "I don't know. Can you fix it?" And she's like, "It's dead. I'll see what I can do." And I know she just took it to the back and threw it in the trash.
The trash.
But I felt so horrible after doing that.
Just got a trash can. Just
Oh,
with a
God.
bird
It was like
on.
dangling around. Like,
That gun was so fucking powerful though. The third of those stories was I was with my friend. It's not like it fucking matters. But he was like, "Give me that." He got the gun and then he pointed it as we were driving by. He pointed at the back of an SUV and he shot the
This
window.
is the same guy?
No, this is a different guy. This is Antoine.
Okay.
So he pointed at the back of the SUV and he cracked off one shot and the window turned to it just like crumbled. I've never seen anything like that
This is a
before.
movie car or just a parked car?
No, just a parked car. It didn't pop a little hole in it. The entire
Exploded
thing exploded
to like powder.
into powder. Yeah, the whole back window broke into little chunks, like no bigger than, I want to say like grains of rice. That's what it looked like. But the whole thing just crumbled into, I guess it's like a preventative measure. So if you wreck your car,
Oh, so
you don't get
glass?
shot. Yeah, so if you bust a window and break into a car, like for the most part you can touch the glass because it crumbles. They're not like window shards that cut you.
It's not like a window glass or door
That's like,
glass or something.
whenever you see videos online of people like smashing into windows, that's always what happens. It always turns into like little individual grains.
Yeah, like little pieces of it was so weird. It was like, I would love to see a slow motion of like the
window smashing?
ruin that guy's fucking day.
Wow.
Chris, what about you? Any,
Those guns have to be illegal now, dude. I swear you could really do some damage.
you
Well,
can buy real guns in Walmart.
You can.
Real guns.
Now, see, this was in Virginia. Like I know in like Colorado, you used to be able to go in there and get shotguns.
I'm pretty sure you can get rifles or something like that now.
You could run into in the Midwest especially. You could run in there and pick up like you've been 10 minutes. You could walk out of there with a gun. I got like a gun.
Kill somebody, immediately.
In Virginia, I think they just sold the. I don't know. They're called like air guns or something.
Airsoft,
like that.
right? It's not airsoft because airsoft is like pellets.
Yeah, but these are like metal BBs that are like shot out.
So it's like a high-powered BB gun, basically.
Yeah, a CO2 cartridge. They were like insanely powerful. I still the sight of that seagull plopping over is burned into my mind.
Seagull like haunts you.
Chris, did you have any stories?
I told you about the caterpillar, but you know.
Oh, sorry.
No, but I had another story with the same guy. I used to go over to his house, but one time he found like a bunch of daddy long leg spiders. They're little tiny ball-bodied spiders. Yeah, but I remember he used to bring me over and he'd be like, "Watch this." And he'd like pick off all their legs and put the little balls on the table all next to each other.
And then you sit there screaming and
they're just sitting like they're just little balls now.
That's like decapitating your friend and holding the head next to somebody else's head and like making.
That would be like me cutting off your head, but your head stayed alive and you couldn't do anything.
Even though these are insects, I still feel like this is worse than what I did.
What did you do, Jeff?
I
didn't do that, by the way. But yeah, go on.
I'm going to clarify something real quick because I was just thinking when I went inside and dimed on my friend. I know people are like, "Oh, you dimed on your friend." Whatever, man. That lady had us dead to rights. She was like, there was a gun and there was like 3 witnesses. So I went in there and told her flat out it was a toy, a fake gun.
Well, I'm sure they thought it was a real gun. You were threatening kids. You probably would have got a lot of trouble.
Because I know he probably went in there and he was probably like, "I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I'm going to keep my mouth shut." But this is going to get more fucking trouble.
Yeah.
I cleared the air really quick. Those guys were out of there in 10 minutes. I was like, I didn't tell them shit, man. We're good.
Jeff, what horrible shit did you do?
I've killed one animal in my life, and I feel justified and even, dare I say, a hero.
What happened?
You were a hero.
It was a woodpecker terrorizing my parents' house.
That doesn't sound like something that would terrorize.
It was
Go on.
destroying my parents' house.
Oh, yeah.
Putting holes everywhere.
It was running around like,
we hoped it would just go away, but after weeks of this, I eventually just had to pull out the BB gun, and I nailed that little fucker right in its head, right between the eyes.
Sorry, I had one more story. I just remembered.
Oh.
They fucking trash your property, though.
I've got a good story.
And they're annoying as fuck.
And they're loud, and
They're fucking woodpeckers.
There was just no other option. He was causing like hundreds of dollars.
Wood all day.
They're known for pissing people off. Okay, but sorry, another good story is one time when I was younger, I was at my mom and dad's house, and there was a rat that kept eating out of their bird feeder, and the way our kitchen, like, it overlooks the bird feeder, so it's like a big ass window bird feeder, and there was always this rat who would always climb up it and start gnawing out of it. And one time my dad like stuck his head out the window and started like shaking his fist at the rat and being like, "Get off of it!" And the rat
shook his fist at the rat.
I swear to God, and the rat would look at him and be like, "Whoa!" and he'd just keep on eating the bird feeder, right? So my mom was like, she called her brother Jimmy, and he came over with a shotgun, like, which was kind of overkill now that I think of it, but he came over with a shotgun, and we had all my little cousins, me, my mom and dad, and all our uncles and aunts just looking at the window at this rat eating out of a bird feeder. Well, my uncle Jimmy like snuck up on it with the shotgun, and he pulled the trigger, and there was just like a wave of blood erupted onto the windscreen, and everyone screamed, and that was it.
Yeah, I think blasting a fucking rat with a shotgun's a little extreme.
No, I know, but it was really.
You could hit it with a pellet gun in the eyes.
I don't know if it was a
a
shotgun or if it was some kind of rifle, but
you could throw a rock.
It was a big old. It was a big old gun, and it fucking exploded.
I remember when I was a kid, I had a BB gun.
No, he did it. No, that's what I'm saying. The kitchen window overlooked like the bird feeder outside.
Oh.
I had a BB gun when I was a kid one time. I was probably 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And I love animals, but for some reason I saw a frog one time, and I just wanted to see what happened. I shot it with a BB gun, and I thought it would die. It's one of those things where it's not right, but you're a kid, you just kind of want to see how it react.
Yeah.
And it did die. And I was like, fuck, and I felt even worse because it started hopping around.
Oh.
Long story short, it took about 70 or 80 shots for me to kill it. It did not take 2 or 3. And I kept having to go back and get more BBs and reload it, and I was like really bummed out.
Why did you just step on it?
I'm not going to step, because I step on it,
Well, you're just shooting it with tiny fucking bees.
What else am I going to do?
Kick it into the ditch
Get
and
my
move
little
on.
shotgun and fucking blast this frog in the face?
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, that still makes me sad to think about it to this day.
What's your
Have you guys ever hit an animal with your car accidentally?
One time I hit a monkey, and I kept driving.
No, like something that's true. A true story.
No. What do you think it's not true? You think I did hit a chimpanzee on the way to Wawa? It started screaming and I kept driving?
Oh, right next to the monkey crossing
Yeah,
sign?
yeah. It's a huge problem.
I feel like I have hit an animal with my car before. Nothing big enough to
Yeah, I don't
worry
know.
about.
I don't know.
I've run over dead animals before.
I was in the car with my uncle once and we hit an owl, and I still remember the terrified look on the owl's face because he flew right into the windshield and just exploded.
Oh no.
You killed the mascot to the website.
He just flew straight at the window, and last thing I saw was his little owl face crushing in slow motion, and then it was just feathers and a big smear on the window.
I'll tell you something terrifying though. I saw
What's
because I
that?
kind of grew up in the country. Some these dude in a pickup truck. He hit a deer head on in front of my house at night, and we went out there, and it was just this pickup truck in the middle of the road with this lights on, and this deer it wasn't even dead. It had all 4 legs were broken, and it was flailing around. All 4 broken legs flailing in every direction. And I was like freaking the fuck out. I'm like, this is like
Nightmare.
Yeah, this is a nightmarish like Silent Hill game before that game even existed.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of. Like, that's what you come up on in the fog in Silent Hill. You just see arms
was.
flailing
It
first.
was just this horrible like single light on this thing in the dark flailing around, but it died. But the funniest part was before anybody even had a chance to pull it off the road, some other dude in another pickup truck came by, and he's just like, "Hey, you guys were gonna eat that? You guys want that?"
Well, it's still alive?
Dude, it was dead. It was dead, and everybody's like, "No, you can have it." And he just grabbed it and threw it in the back and drove off.
Cool.
I mean, I guess it was good. I guess the meat was good. Saved him a day of sitting in the woods.
He probably had a shitty day hunting. He came back and he was like,
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like that abnormal, but it was just kind of funny, just how casual it was.
It's actually pretty cool that he did that instead of just letting it sit there and rot.
Yeah, so
And you could have like a cool deer skull to hang on the wall.
it was only half a tragedy, I guess.
That's like a cliche. You gonna eat that joke?
You gonna eat that?
Broken legs flailing all around.
What if he was like, you gonna blow that? You were like, nah, man, help yourself. And he was like, oh, thank you. He ran over. And the deer is still alive, flopping and
What if you breathed life into the deer by doing that, like in the Green Mile?
Oh, and the deer got up and he was like,
face.
thank you, my son.
It's like,
ran
that was
away.
good.
God damn.
Chris, you know what a Froggit is?
A Froggit?
Yeah, it's a type of it's not a frog. It's basically this Midwestern animal. It's like a rabbit, but it looks kind of weird.
Okay.
I think I've seen one of these.
Let me guess, it's
kinda
brownish
beige.
gray.
Beige.
Yeah, beige.
Okay.
Anyways, these things were hopping around all over the yard. Mm-hmm. One day my old man gets furious. What are all these ancient Froggits doing all over the place? He screams. I say, "Oh man, calm down. You listen to me." He hits me. I'm freaking out. He grabs a mallet, a huge hammer.
Like a
starts
Gallagher
smashing
mallet. A
these.
Gallagher mallet?
Yeah, starts smashing these
okay.
things everywhere. My neighbor comes out and says,
Poking up out of gopher holes.
"Yeah, smashing them. Their heads are exploding." My dad, the mallet's probably 10 feet big. Anyways, he smashes all these, cooks them and fries them next day.
Didn't you say your neighbor came out?
Oh yeah, he came out too, and he was like, "Nice job, nice smashing." But I was like, "Thanks."
Smash it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he
That's
make
a-
Froggit soup? That's good.
No, he was allergic to it. He would have died. Oh, my dad?
Oh, yeah.
My dad hated the Froggit soup. Everyone in the
Ancient
neighborhood hated
Froggits.
Froggit soup.
But,
So he made this soup that no one ate?
Yeah, exactly. We had the slogan, Froggit soup is for faggot soup. Didn't make any sense, but it was catchy. Everyone
but
said it.
Zach, you know like what happens when you eat Froggit soup? You have ugly kids. It taints your sperm and makes...
He didn't eat it, though.
That's true.
Are you sure?
You sure you're not lying?
You have to eat it at least like
The
a
ugly
year or
neighbor
two.
ate the Froggit soup, but you think he's so ugly it would cancel out him a handsome kid?
You know how I know you're lying?
Because you're ugly.
Because you can't make soup with Froggits. You can only make stew with Froggits.
Fine, it was a Froggit stew.
Okay. Yeah.
I would never though. I'm not brave enough because it does have a liver like a blowfish where it's like if you cut the wrong part inside, it poisons like
Yeah.
the whole thing. So
It throws the whole thing off.
There's a poison sack inside.
That's why you have to pee on the bodies after you smash them, or else
Yeah. No, the pee. Yeah, it's funny enough. Peeing. I always hate seeing guys pee on them.
Pee on these
but
dead
it's the only
Froggits.
way.
I heard that if you wear gloves while you're handling a Froggit, it like disrespects you and does a little war cry.
It's true.
Oh, you have to skin their front legs. You could eat their back legs with the skin on, but you have to skin their front legs because they're like poison dart frogs.
Yeah.
They have their little blue front legs.
They have those little war packets that swell up with poison.
When you capture them, you have to put your finger in their eyes to stun them if you want to skin them. You know what I mean? they get frozen and feel like a cat. Then you can skin them.
And twiddle your finger
Yeah,
around.
If you bend your finger down, their mouth's open.
yeah, it's like a puppet.
Then you
Yeah.
put in your wiener.
You could if you wanted to.
And you can fuck them.
I never stick my dick in a Froggit though.
Me
They're
neither.
biters. They're like teenage girls with braces. You just
Nobody
don't
said
want
that you had to
They
put
bite.
it in their mouth.
They bite, but like
Oh, you go in through their butt and your dick comes out of their mouth, and then they
Yeah,
bite
yeah,
down
you
on
do
it.
double team, yeah.
they've got like those gross little gums that don't really hurt, so you're fine.
Yeah, the fact that they have no teeth makes it a lot easier to fuck their mouths while they scream.
You gotta be careful not to get poisoned though.
Yeah, because he tries to reach up and grab your dick with his little poison.
You gotta
front
smack
arms.
it away. You gotta say, no, stop.
Where was this story going?
Oh, I just wanted to say my dad used to smash these Froggits every day.
Okay.
He used to go Froggit smashing every day.
Froggit smashing.
Where you going, darling? Don't worry about it, honey. That's what he'd say every morning. Every day I heard that when I woke
I used
up.
to hit him.
Yeah,
with
he didn't
bad-
have a
I used to hit him
job.
with
That's just what he
badminton
did.
rackets, But I destroyed all our badminton rackets hitting them.
Wait, what?
I like
I
badminton.
used
Badminton
to
was
hit Froggits
fun.
with badminton rackets.
Yeah.
I always destroyed the rackets. So
That's a really bad way
my
to kill
dad. My
those.
dad would come up to me and be like, "Boy, can't play badminton
Black
now."
guys,
I'm
you
like,
black
"I'm sorry."
How come all your parents sound like that?
I don't know. Boy, no killing Froggits now. Where's our badminton set, boy?
Do you guys have any good pissing the bed stories?
Do you have any good alive animal stories?
I saw a live animal and
I saw a deer once. It was beautiful, majestic, eating berries
he fucked it.
in a field. Baby deer.
I don't know. Whenever I see an animal, I just,
If you were writing a letter to a deer, how would you start it?
oh, shut up. Oh, shut the fuck up.
Don't be mad.
What was your question, Zach? You said
Yeah, when I was 7 years old, probably 8, I'm not gonna make the age lower so I can make myself feel better.
I always think it's funny how people remember, like, when I was 6 years old, blah, blah, blah.
I wasn't 6.
My
but
all
you'll,
my memories were hazy until I was 8.
You'll know why I remember this one.
I don't remember shit.
You'll know why I remember this
shit
one. When I
tons
was
from
7 or 8, I had a birthday party, and I had a bunk bed, and I had a bunch of Pepsi. My friend slept in the bottom bunk, and the next morning, turns out I pissed off my friends on the top bunk, and I'm not joking, it dribbled down. And my friend woke up and said he felt something splash in his face, and he woke up, and it was my pee. That is a true story, by the way. I never lived that down.
Not your friend anymore.
I have something nearly.
Did he
as
come back over to your
embarrassing.
house?
Maybe more embarrassing.
No, because I peed on him, dude. He woke up with pee in his face like he was in a cave.
He was never your friend anymore.
No, because I peed on him.
Did you apologize?
Sorry for peeing on you. He said, I don't want to hear it.
Sorry for peeing on you.
Your pee went through your
I
mattress.
pissed so much, it soaked through the top layer of the bed and dripped down onto this guy's face.
I bet at the time though he was like,
How was he sleeping for your wiener to be lined up with his face?
"What are you talking about?" It would seep through the mattress and it would spread out evenly, and then it would start raining down like a square.
Yeah, he felt something touch his face, and he was like, oh, and he woke up, and it was,
This is at a birthday, you said?
it was my birthday.
You had some cake though, right?
Yeah, the
So
guy, the other guy felt some doo-doo splatter on his face, too. He wasn't happy with
No,
that.
but if you had some cake, then the guy you peed on would have some like cakey pee.
Yeah.
Cake pee?
Yeah, pea cake.
Your pee tastes like birthday cake.
So he was like, "Yes."
I put a candle in his mouth after I peed inside of him, and he was like, thank you. And I blew it
You
out.
put a little candle in his pee hole.
Yeah.
You blew it out.
You could have easily played that off and said that that's the only thing you wanted for your birthday. You could have leaned down and said, gotcha, like it was a prank that you peed on him.
And he'd be like, why am I coming to pee? I'd be like, because you don't get it. You
Oh,
don't
you're
like
not
me."
cool enough to get it.
I'll tell you my worst birthday memory. I was a little kid. I guess I was like, I wasn't even. I don't know. I was like 6 or 7, and I got like a television or Pong or something for as a kid. And my parents invited, all these kids over from school and down the street, and the one girl down the street, she was at the party, and we played Pong, and she beat me, and then I threw a temper tantrum, and I ran out of the room.
That's more embarrassing.
I think so.
Did you kiss her?
Because I should have fucking beat her at Pong. It's a man's game.
That's hilarious.
She kicked my ass out.
Little tiny Jeff.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was like, I ran out of the room.
I love when you're a kid how trivial your fucking problems are. You go
I
into
was
your room
pissed.
and punch your pillows. Pong! Pong! Fuck her!
Anyway,
Let's talk about... What would you do in the apocalypse? If the world ended, what would you do?
I would run from bad men, hide in basement, and
I
eat
would build a
cereal.
Thunderdome, first of all.
You do what?
You guys
I'd
know
find
what a
Mel
Thunderdome
Gibson.
is?
Oh, from Mad Max?
Yeah, it's a big metal cage with weapons on the side, and 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. That's the rule.
Now, would you be the guy who enters, or would you be the guy who looks over it?
Oh, I'd run it. I'd run the thing.
Jefferson
You
on
guys are
top
just
and
running,
look
you know.
down.
Yeah, I'd just, I'd be like the promoter.
Let's suppose you're the leader of the free world, Jeff.
Yeah,
Who do you put against each other? You can pick anybody you want to.
in the Thunderdome,
Yeah, anybody in the world.
Adam Sandler versus
Adam Carolla, the two Adams.
Adam Carolla, yeah.
They stage up.
I don't know.
Finally, after all these years of tension.
You really didn't pause on Adam Sandler. It just
I'm just
spilled out of your mouth like sweet, sinful molasses.
I would give the other guy a few extra chainsaws on his side of the Thunderdome.
Jeff was just going by alphabetical order.
I put Rob Schneider with Jenny McCarthy so you can get rid of the anti-vaxxers together, kill each other.
Just worse people.
The Rob Schneider?
You think Rob Schneider's the worst person in the world?
They're the worst person in the world.
I don't know.
You really believe Rob Schneider's the worst person in the world?
I know for a fact there's someone out there right now who's like cutting off a kid's head and like fucking the neck hole.
I'm sorry, did that person star Deuce Bigelow too? Thought so.
Oh my god.
Prove me wrong.
I like Rob Schneider.
Fuck Rob Schneider.
He's completely harmless.
You know, he's only guilty as being the most successful, worthless coattail rider in the world. He's basically coattail-rid Sandler into his $1 billion success.
Yeah, but he always plays like weird, foreign, creepy guy, like weird stereotype. It's like, I am at a,
They make cameos in each other's movies all the time. I wouldn't say that he's like
it's a pretty one-way street. Rob Schneider pretty much makes all the cameos in Adam Sandler's movies.
Yeah.
I can't imagine seeing Adam Sandler.
Why are we talking about Rob Schneider? Is he a friend of yours? Who gives a shit? It's Rob
I like
Schneider.
Rob, all right?
Oh, really?
You don't
Worst
like
man
Rob
in the
at
world?
all. You said that if Rob Schneider was at a party, he'd be the one guy you would not talk to.
Right now, people are raising an eyebrow at you, Zach, because it's all pro-Hitler this, and I love Hitler that, and fuck Rob Schneider, he's the worst
I don't love
person
Hitler.
ever.
I think he's a cool guy. There's a difference.
Oh, shit.
Isn't Rob Schneider Jewish?
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
He's one of those Jews who looks like a Jew, too.
He's one of those fucking big dirty Jews with a huge fucking.
Yeah, he's got that gross Jew hair, and my name is my name is Zach Hadel.
Mike Stamper, fuck pussy, yo,
Stop
bitch.
it. Stop. That's slander, and I don't appreciate
Jesse
it.
Pinkman, too, near the end.
Yeah, that was Jesse Pinkman, bitch.
Yo, Mr. White,
Jesse Pinkman,
let's
bitch.
smoke marijuana.
That was the weirdest Jesse Pinkman I ever heard. Jesse Pinkman, bitch.
He doesn't say bitch, he says betch. It's like B-E-T-C-H. Betch.
Jesse.
Stamper, tell me what you thought of the last episode of Breaking Bad.
Whatever.
Yeah, okay, so next topic.
Next topic. What is something underrated that you guys have seen that you think I should share with the audience here? That they should
Underage
watch?
girls.
I feel like there's so many things that underage girls get enough credit.
They are underrated.
From some questionable people.
Like, not everyone's into them.
You just saw Obama come up and say, "Hey,
I mean,
underage girls,
maybe
do
like
some of
your
that."
olives and popping cherries, I guess, right?
In a world where
Stand
underage
out.
girls will be plentiful and
Accessible for everyone, despite your social class.
I'm Barack Obama.
well, I got an idea. Let's write a story on the fly, and I don't know, maybe somebody can animate it. Zach, you start with a sentence, I'll continue it, and then we'll do a round robin until the story's over. Go.
A man looked at the toilet bowl.
And he saw a reflection of his wife.
He turned to her and he said, "Wife, I see you in here. What is this?"
And then, because she wasn't a reflection, it was her actual head, she just went, glub, 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 glub.
As he said, "That makes me fucking horny."
And then he dipped his wiener in the toilet water right into the reflection of her mouth.
When he pulled out his wiener, her mouth was attached and he spun it around really fast.
The head?
Yeah, it was like, around his wiener.
Alright, well then he had to spend the next 3 hours cleaning his bathroom because the blood went in a perfect circle from her neck around the entire bathroom. Walls, ceiling, and floor.
5 years later, the man still lived with her head on his penis attached forever.
But he was a millionaire because after the whole blood incident, an art critic walked in and he was like, "I like what you've done with the place," and bought just his bathroom, sectioned it off, and put it in an art gallery in New York. Sold for millions and millions.
He used the money to buy a broomstick, which he put his wife's head on, and she lived again.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Keep going.
And he carried her around to sign autographs at Comic-Con.
And then when he was done with her, he stuck her in
Comic-Con,
a
New
field
York.
to scare away little kids on their way to school.
One of the little kids he scared away, though, gave him the fuck me eyes.
You and your fucking kids and their fuck
But
me eyes.
he was in a committed relationship, so he pointed the broom at the kid with the wife's head on
Have I
top.
said it before the podcast? Have I said kids give me fuck me
You
eyes?
say that a lot, Zach.
We cut that out of all podcasts generally. You say that in every podcast.
It's true, they do.
Stamper, what would you do if you were changing a baby's diaper and he was giving you the fuck me eyes?
What would you do?
I don't know.
Listen, Stamper, I bring it up because it's an epidemic of these kids going around to give you all these adults fuck me eyes, and the adults feel conflicted.
They don't know what to do. They just get confused.
It happens to me daily.
All right, so
I made enough to walk away.
if a baby was giving you fuck me eyes, would you fuck it or make it or go on a
I'm
date
not a
first?
disappointer.
That's why you panic in public, because you're looking at these kids and all these schizo voices in your head.
Everywhere I look, these kids are saying fuck me. I say no. You know.
That's
Bite
why
their
our,
lips and give you the fuck me eyes.
that's why our house has a blue dot.
What?
Watchdog.com is a huge fucking red dot.
What are you talking about? Oh, I know. Sorry, yeah, that thing.
The pedophile website called CrystalDeal.com. The biggest pedophile organization on earth.
He's like, I find pedophiles because I'm one of them. I infiltrate.
My room is a green dot, and
Your
your room's
pedophile
all red
headquarters,
dots.
dude.
What?
Your pedophile headquarters.
No, my room is a green dot, and you are all red dots.
Green
Corey
means
is a black dot.
Green means like level 1 dangerous pedophile. Like, you're the
No,
most.
it means safe. Moving on.
They need a new TV show where it's like, you know, where the plots are normally like, to catch murderers, we have to get a murderer. When it's like, to catch pedophiles, we need to find a pedophile.
What do you think like a pedophile? They start fucking kids. They're like, I think I know.
They get their little mustaches going.
Yeah.
And
Start combing over their hair.
if I was gonna find some kids, I would go here. And there's like Hans Zimmer music playing, like dun 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 dun. This is where all the hottest kids are. Just wait.
Whenever I think of pedophiles, I always think of them in like those 80s sweaters.
Pedophiles.
80 sweaters.
You know those like whenever you see like a headshot of a pedophile like in prison or whatever, they always have like the comb over, the little stash, and then they got big fat titties in the sweater.
They always kind of look like Ned Flanders, but with a thinner mustache.
They've got like these 80s sweaters.
You never see like a handsome, ripped pedophile that's just like really handsome and muscular and works out a lot and has a high protein diet. And yeah, he's like, hey, I'm a pedophile.
There was just a
You never look at a picture of a pedophile and go, really?
Yeah.
That guy?
It's always
Well,
the
look
fucking
at him.
dirty looking dudes.
Yeah, it's always like these sly looking, like, you know, they're just hiding in bushes. As we speak, they're in the bushes.
They're in the bushes
outside,
right now.
waiting for that school bell to ring.
You know that guy Brian Peppers, the fucking
Yeah.
yeah, he was a pedophile.
Was he really though?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Somebody they found his like criminal records.
Objection! Conjecture! Just because
Overruled.
he looks
No, he
weird.
didn't look like a pedophile. He was a pedophile. Like that picture of him came from his arrest record of him being a pedophile.
I think the storyline.
He fucked so many kids, he started fusing into them. That's why he looks weird.
Yeah, he started taking their DNA in.
I think he like pinched a nurse's ass when he was just like dying and sick in the hospital or something. It wasn't like this. It didn't sound like.
Yeah, all the Peppers are going around pitching asses.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude,
I
people are
forget.
so impressionable. If there's a weird guy somewhere, they're like, you know, he's a pedophile, right? Most people wouldn't even think twice, and they just start saying it too. And it's
Michael Jackson's a good example.
There was a Hollywood dude that just came out as a pedophile.
Oh, the dad from Seventh Heaven.
Yeah. I've never seen that show, but I've seen him in
Was
other
it that
stuff.
show or was it a different show?
I think it was Seventh Heaven.
he came out of the closet as a pedophile?
well,
Or
no,
you know, like his wife, he went to therapy and confessed it.
Yeah,
and his
the
wife
therapist.
recorded it and released it to TMZ.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
What the hell's
It's
TMZ?
fucked up on both ways because he fucked kids. That's fucked up.
he admitted it to her, and then she made him go to therapy, and then they recorded it, him telling this shit again.
Wait, no, he actually did it, or
No, there's a big difference. Was he
Yeah.
fucking kids or looking at naked
Here's
pictures
what,
of
here's
kids?
what happened. He showed his erect penis to kids, and they were like, okay.
So he wasn't fucking kids. He was
He
just a
didn't fuck kids.
weird when it came to kids.
He pulled out his penis a couple times.
Which doesn't make it right.
He took a relative's little girl and put her hand on his dick.
That was the worst
Okay,
it got, but that's still fucked up.
that's still pretty bad.
But then there was also the father from Beetlejuice. Do you remember
Yeah,
him?
yeah.
He was a
Was he
pedophile.
The guy
too.
from Ferris Bueller.
But then once you look at him, you're like, of course he was a pedophile. Just look at him.
Just look at him.
It's like, how did we not see this before?
One of those really good directors is a pedophile too. What's his name? The guy who did The Pianist.
Yeah, no, what's his name? Yeah, you also did this movie, The Ninth Gate, which is really not very good, but I watch it.
Oh my god! You know what? The Ninth Gate was a great movie up until like the third act.
Yeah.
In the last like 15 minutes, that movie totally derailed,
But
man.
it was pretty good up until that point. I liked it. It was an interesting mystery.
Maybe in the last few minutes of directing, he was like, "I'm really horny."
And then he went off to find some kids, and then left Johnny Depp all alone to finish the movie.
What was his name again?
I know what you're talking about.
There's tons of pedophiles in Hollywood, though.
What's his name?
It doesn't matter. There's pedophiles everywhere. There's 2 in this room right now. Can you unravel the mystery on this week's Scooby-Doo?
Who's that pedophile? It's Jeff.
How did you guys know I was horny for kid butts?
I just look.
Stay tuned next week.
I just draw little faces on my dick with magic marker, and I'm like, hey.
You squeeze the dick like, hello.
Yeah.
You strangle it.
So it's like you're literally jerking off a kid.
Yeah.
It's just like
I strangle my dick until it turns purple, and then I'm like, I stick
be a
my
really
dick in the
funny
dirt,
tattoo.
and I'm like, all right, well, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Never
That'd be
mind.
really funny if like you got a little happy tattoo face in your dick. It's like,
Would that be? We think like a. What if you went to a tattoo parlor and you said, "Listen, I'm gonna get."
why are you so serious? Listen.
Because this is a good idea not for me though.
okay.
What if you went to you said, "Listen, I'm gonna get really erect, and I want you to do your best to tattoo my dick and make it look like a little baby,
Like a baby?
a little baby or a little kid, like a little fetus baby."
Probably that
Would the tattoo guy be like, "Yeah, I'll do that"?
if you gave us a certain amount of money, but the problem would be that guy could never get a partner again.
My
Well,
dick,
sexual
my dick
partner.
already looks kind of fetusy. Looks kind of
I
like.
think cops would ever see that and be like, just throw him in jail.
Wait,
for that.
no. A lot
There's
of
a
dicks
lot
look
of
like that.
There's a lot of weird women out there, man. It'd be
A lot of
totally
dicks.
fine
Look,
with
what do you
that.
mean a lot of dicks look like that?
Dicks look fetusy to begin with. They're kind of veiny and fucking pink.
Do you look at a lot of dicks?
It'd look more like
Yeah,
a
look at
fetus
my
if
dick.
it was limp.
Oh,
Do your guys' dicks curve to the side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Mine does.
What are you talking about?
It curves to the side.
Mine's kind of bendy like a banana. It's kind of curves
Crooked,
upwards.
broken dicks.
Mine zigzags. Are you telling me your dick doesn't curve to the side?
I'm sure it has a bias to one side
When you're-
slightly, but
when
That's what I'm saying.
It
It
When you're
doesn't
fully
bend.
erect.
No,
or
mine doesn't
normal,
fucking do a
or when you're
90 degree.
flaccid.
Yeah, it
High
does.
angle.
Come on, you have a someone took a hammer and smashed your dick sideways, and that's why it's like that.
Stamper, we've talked about this before.
This is a safe place, Zach. Just because his dick points north.
Stamper,
Do you guys have like the dicks
No,
that go straight
wait.
out or that go straight up?
straight. Mine bends up a bit.
Some people have erections that kind of go out. Mine goes up.
Yeah, mine curves outwards
Mine
and
would
then
touch
goes
my
up.
belly
Yeah,
button.
that's what mine does.
Mine follows Earth's magnetic field slightly. That's all.
Stamper.
You could actually supposedly elongate your penis by cutting the tendon that makes it go up, and then your dick hangs forward more.
Oh,
Or you can just pull on it really hard and rip
I
it.
think cutting any tendon is a bad idea.
Yeah,
Stamper, you told me that when you take a poo, your balls hang into the water.
they do.
Okay, right. So if that's true, right?
you have long fucking balls.
No,
never had
but
that
listen.
happen.
If that's true, then that means that your balls are longer than my dick.
What?
That means your balls are longer than my
His
dick. That's
dick is much longer than your dick.
his balls are.
No, when it's really hot, yeah, my balls hang in the water. When I sit down on the toilet, I have to cup the side of my balls,
Oh my
and hold
God.
my balls out
That's
of the water.
weird though, because like.
That's why I keep telling you guys to flush the fucking toilet, because I don't want to dunk my balls in your shit
But
piss
you
water.
need to fucking get your balls looked at because they're not supposed to be that long.
That's a really long.
Your
ball
balls
sack.
are.
How
that's-
long is the actual sack?
Balls
like,
are
from there
so
to there?
long, dude. Because
When it's really hot, don't your balls sag like
A lot.
a fucking pit bull?
yeah, like that's what
Yeah,
balls are
they're-
designed to
they're-
do.
They're not like 5 feet long, dude.
Yeah.
Look, they graze the top. They don't dunk in the water like I'm bobbing for apples. They just like graze the top of the water. They like fall like maybe a couple centimeters in the water.
When you do that, do you have to like get the tissue and like dab your balls with it?
Oh my god.
I'm so fucking sorry. I suffer from long ball syndrome. Okay?
One day I was peeing in there and I was like, Stamper's balls dip in this toilet sometimes. And I was like, wait a second, that means his balls are longer than my dick. And that's kind of embarrassing.
For who?
Both of us.
Jesus. God.
Are your balls longer than your dick?
I think they're like about the same
I know.
length.
Your balls are longer than your dick?
About the same, yeah.
They're about the same.
Yeah, I know. You know, I'd say my penis is shorter. Well, when it's a flaccid, it's
Yeah.
shorter than my balls.
Well, yeah, that's what we're talking about. My flaccid ball dick.
I'm sure plenty of people run into that problem. I'm not a fucking weirdo.
Are you sure?
You do have long balls, though. That's just a fact.
One time I was
Hey,
like
long
looking
balls.
at Stamper sit down and he had this huge fucking
pirate
bulge
name.
going down to his knees. But it might just be your balls.
Yeah, you saw one on either side of my fucking.
Oh my god.
Do your balls ever just suck up your asshole like a vacuum?
No,
Like,
like your asshole is like a black hole, and
Yeah,
it's just like.
it's just sucking your balls
that
out.
is a common problem because when you're like taking a shit on the toilet and you stand up too fast, your balls will use centrifugal
Oh,
force
stop.
and fall up into your bum. And because you're standing up, there's like an air getting sucked up into it.
So if you actually swing forward then swing back, that's the most dangerous thing you can do.
What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to spread your legs as far as they go, grab your balls while you stand up, and then put them in front of your legs when you close them.
I knew a kid in high school that got one ball removed.
Really?
That's not a fun time for a high school kid to know when everybody knows you have one ball.
that's mean. We had a teacher who had one nut, and everyone made fun of him because he was an asshole. He was my PE teacher.
Yeah.
How'd people even find out?
People just find out. I don't know.
Chris, let's talk about. You had a scary dream a couple days ago, didn't you?
Yeah.
You sure?
Well, it wasn't so much the dream. It was how I woke up from it. I was having a nuclear dream with nukes going off because Zach made me watch that fucking nuclear movie.
Everybody says nuclear.
Nuclear.
Why does everybody say nuclear?
Because
It's seriously one of those things that Bush said. Like, it's one of those common misconstrued words.
Educate, but everybody says it. Like, it isn't just.
You know what I think? I honestly feel like people
Chris.
say
It's okay.
I honestly feel like people say nuclear because it rolls off the tongue better, and for the most part, a lot of people say nukes.
I just say
like nukes.
I've never had a problem
Yeah.
saying nuclear. It just seems like
nuclear. Is that the right one?
Yeah.
Nuclear.
Sorry, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Anyways,
it's okay. We still love you.
Zach made me watch that weird movie. What was it called?
The day after.
Oh yeah, it was a pretty good movie. But anyways, I went to bed, and it was the day after that, which is kind of weird. I was dreaming about nukes going off, and then we live next to the fucking train. Oh, we live near the fire engine, and we live near the train. So the
Well,
fucking
now they can pinpoint their exact address.
yep, down to the T.
Oh, so the raid alarm went off?
The raid alarm went off, and I started having that nuclear dream, and then the fucking train went bah! And I went ah! And I woke up and I fucking shit my pants.
Cool. Literally?
Yeah,
Sweet, dude. Yes.
that's why I washed my mattress recently.
How
Zach.
you wash a mattress?
I spit my hand and I rub it
Chris,
up.
Sweet, dude.
Chris,
Yeah.
remember when you came downstairs and you were like,
Hey, dum dum, you're gonna have to speak up. You can't sit there like a dopey dum dum.
"Hey, Chris, remember when you came downstairs and
There
you were
you
like,
go, baby boy.
Chris, remember when you came downstairs and you were like, hey Zach, you know if the EMP goes off?" And I was like, "Yeah." You're like, "Does it fuck with hard drives?" And I was like, "What?" And I put it together. You must have had a nightmare that your fucking hard drives got fried from nuclear war, didn't you?
No, I was genuinely.
Why'd you ask about hard drives in the case of nuclear
Because
war?
I've got so many hard drives. I was wondering that if an EMP went off, would it ruin all your hard drives? 'Cause
I like how-
So what? The nuclear war's happening.
If my hard drives all got ruined, I would have none of my pictures and my
You'd be
music.
fucking dead.
I don't
No
care.
power, though.
I want something to be left.
You'd be dead.
I want something to be left of me.
Dude, Philadelphia soon to be hit. We'd be dead. We'd be fucking dead.
I hope you die.
Oh no.
Jeff, what were you gonna ask me?
I don't really hope you die.
I don't want
I was
it.
saying
I want people to respect my wishes and wipe my hard drives at the event of my death, please.
a little while ago we were talking.
That's as good as
about,
Will.
We're recommending nuclear war movies to each other.
Right.
I guess I recommended War Games, even though it's kind of a cheesy '80s movie.
I liked it. It was cheesy enough. It was cheesy the right way.
Oh, is that do you want to play a game?
Yes.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick. Yeah,
Matthew Broderick.
Or no, is it shall we play a game?
Shall we play a game?
yeah.
He kind of sounds like Captain Dickhead a little bit. He's like,
Oh yeah.
shall we play a game?
My name is Captain Dickhead.
Let's play a game.
Sweet. I missed that guy. Where's he
I
at?
don't know. We should invite him on the show sometime.
He just fucked off and went to Florida.
Captain Dickhead.
Yeah, what's up with that?
And Spaz Kid.
Spaz Kid.
Anyway, yeah, good movie. Anyway, yeah, the end. I don't know where I was going with that.
Terminator 2 is a good nuke movie.
Yeah, that's
Shad made recommended to me A Boy and His Dog. That's kind of like a post-apocalyptic movie, but it's still very good.
Fuck you. That doesn't count.
What? So, you mean like no actual war happening?
It could be war.
Step, what would
Yeah.
you do in a nuclear war event?
You're gonna have to speak up, Zach.
Step, what would you do in the event of a nuclear war?
I don't know.
If you were walking to Wawa and you heard wee-oo, and a man come out and say, bomb falling, you die.
Hey, don't hurt my feelings, Zach.
What would you do, Stamper?
Wait, I'm gonna do the sound.
Hey guy, hey you. Yeah, you with the e-cig. A bomb is falling. The Russians are nuking us. They're gonna be here in 10 minutes. Oh god.
Don't look into the explosion.
I don't know. I'd probably just stand there.
I could.
Just wait for it to happen.
I'd wait for it to explode, and I'd turn around and pull down my pants and spread my ass.
Yeah.
And let the explosion go up it.
I want the bomb to land straight in my ass for the
Your
ultimate
asshole?
sexual experience.
It would only last for like 0.1 of a second. We were like, ah!
Zach's like, the bomb is falling. I'm like, where is it? And go out with my ass spread and I just throw it straight to
When it
it.
hits you, it's like, boom.
When
Jeff,
it
what
right
would you
before
do?
it hits the earth, I
What
kind
would
of
I do?
leap off the ground with my toes so I can force myself straight
Fucking,
in. Watch it hit like my left butt cheek, and I totally.
fucking spit you out.
So what's the? Was I did I get irradiated?
No,
or-
you were in your
No,
basement.
the bombs have dropped you. Let's say Let's say you're at Wawa, right?
Yeah.
Some dude's like, dude, did you hear? Like, you hear the sirens? Did you hear? The bombs are coming. China's nuking us. They're gonna be here in 15 minutes.
Like the entire East Coast has been destroyed.
No, they're coming.
Oh.
They're on the way.
Do I have time to escape?
They're gonna hit the.
You 5
They're gonna hit the area in 15 minutes.
You have 5 minutes.
So I have 5 or 15 minutes to live.
Yeah.
What would I do?
Not live. You don't know if you're gonna live or not.
Yeah, what would you do?
Because they're hitting Philadelphia City.
What if
I
everyone
would go
just
to Giant Supermarket, get one of those rotisserie chickens, go back, put on like Terminator 2 and eat the chicken and relax.
See what
and then
happens?
just die. Yes.
What if everybody heard that nukes were coming and they figured it'd be pointless to get in their car and drive away because they think the roads would be too congested? But everybody thought that, so we
So
all
you're
just
the
sat
one
here
dude.
and
Oh, I
died.
know what I'd do. I'd drive over to the deaf center and just park outside and just go. I don't know what I do because they're deaf, so they don't know what's happening.
They don't hear the sirens.
Yeah, they're just relaxing in there. I'm just gonna
Pretend you're one of them.
Just go inside and go out peacefully.
Either that or just stand outside and like laugh. I don't know. I wouldn't make fun of them. No, just.
What if somebody runs in
Why
and
would you
frantically
last act
does...
making fun of dead people?
What could you do? What could you do with a deaf person with impending death coming and they didn't know it was coming?
Dude, somebody's gonna read a closed caption news program and run in and do frantic sign language, and they're all gonna stand up and go,
What does a person look like doing sign language that's trying to say like a nuke is about to drop? They're like,
It'd be like fucking dance signals. Those shapes that you throw when you're dancing.
yeah.
It's just these sign language movements you've never seen in your life. They're just like these epic sign language movements.
It would be like
There's a small sense of
it'd be
satisfaction.
so blurry.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even be able to
They
see
need
it.
their entire arm to like do them for like the atomic bomb.
It's so rare, like there's a little sense of satisfaction because they've never gotten to use like the mushroom cloud sign language before.
They just holding with their arm and they like expand their arms over their head like a mushroom cloud.
But then, do they all panic verbally, or do they all panic with sign language? Like,
That would actually be a really good scene where it's just like a bunch of these guys trying to like commute that, and they're just like,
They can't even say nuclear bomb. They're like,
and then at the end of it, it's like,
nuclear bomb.
and then they finally get it. It's like nuke. It's like,
oh yeah,
run away.
oh because like it takes us so long to
Yeah.
explain the
it's
point.
so long of silence. It's like, it's
And
like.
then the dude's like, as the one guy's doing the nuclear bomb, some of the other guys like put his hand out and he's like little legs running.
Do you think we'll ever have a deaf president?
A deaf president?
Yeah.
My fellow
That would be weird.
Americans.
My fellow Americans, today we live in today.
You think he goes up on stage like a stand-up comedian? He's like, "No, I know I talk funny, but let's get serious."
Let's get straight to the point.
His first speech would be like, "My fellow Americans," and he'd finish, and all the deaf people would be like,
They'll
"Yay!"
probably fix deaf people like within 50 years. Probably won't even be any.
You know what's weird? They're already starting to they've done a few
the what are they called?
They're like 3D
The
printing.
ear implants. That
Yeah,
just-
but see, I'm like really on the fence about like how to feel. Like, you know, there's all these uplifting videos with this uplifting music, and it's like,
Yeah.
and now she's gonna hear what a crunching apple sounds like for the first
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But then it's like, who's to say that they're hearing it right? Like maybe a crunching apple sounds like to them because they installed their.
I mean, it's not like I don't think they're installing like all new wiring. It's like the basic pieces are in there. I think they're just one little thing missing.
Yeah, but yeah, I know that. But like, who's to say that they're hearing it the way it's supposed to be heard? Because it's still kind of beta technology.
I mean,
Yeah, it's all subjective. It's like, who's to say that, I see what you see.
Yeah, so if you get like eye implants, they're like, wow, I can
Like-
see, but
like
like
Zach
maybe
sees
they
every-
maybe they see like strawberries as green or whatever.
Yeah,
like, you know,
we're all green to Zach somehow. Our version of green.
You think we'll have a woman president, a chick president, or a black president?
fuck no.
You think we'll have a black chick president ever?
It'll be a cold day in hell before we have a black president, my friend. Every time I see news about Obama, he's always doing like weird things, like talking about Robin Williams and what's his name, Roger Ebert died, and he's like, yeah, he really touched the movie industry. And I'm like, would you please get back to work and get off your fucking Twitter? Like, what's he talking about Roger Ebert for? I didn't know that Roger Ebert lost his jaw. Did you see like?
Yeah.
photos
Yeah,
of
do
him?
you know about
I
that?
had no idea.
He looks like
So-
Ernie from the Muppets.
People are gonna
He
crucify
wasn't
you.
even
for this.
recognizable.
I'm sorry. I just say it like I sees it.
His robot voice is pretty good though.
Yeah, he was all like,
Hello, I am Roger Ebert.
That's really good, actually. That's freaky.
I don't know how you do that.
No, you do that.
You suck in.
That's fucking crazy.
Do it right into the mic. Do it like a Mac.
What do I say?
Yeah, Chris is just talking normally.
Say, put your finger in my butthole. I like the way it feels.
Put your finger in my butthole. I like the way it feels.
It's the S's that sell it.
That's really good.
Your finger in my ass.
That's the most talented thing you can do, Chris.
You go like, it's like,
You've selected Microsoft Sam as your computer's default voice.
Damn it, Chris.
you like it?
I can't. I tried and I just can't do it.
Zach, what's the dumbest voice you can do?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hell yeah.
Saw it coming a mile away.
I know, I was like mid-sentence, I'm like, he's just not good.
Yeah, that was the bomb dropping, and when you open your mouth, there's the mushroom cloud.
Stamper, you do a funny noise.
I don't really know what to do.
like this.
What the fuck?
Good, Chris. I don't
Jeff, that's really unsettling. I don't like that.
That is very terrifying.
Do it. Can you do like a?
Fuck you.
Ugh.
You have to like laugh like a baby.
Hey, little girl. Hi. Come here.
That is horrifying.
Jeff, you talk to Stanford.
Now it's just Elmo impressions.
How's it going, Jeff? Pretty good. We're going to the playground. Let's go find a big black man and suck him off.
I don't have any wacky voices.
Stamper,
like
the funniest thing you can do is the
What?
do your scream.
What?
Just do a scream, any scream. It's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That's comedy.
that's pretty funny.
Are there any voices you like you can do, Chris? And you're like,
Oh,
I usually just talk like this.
Chris
It's
can do
like,
Gollum from Lord of the
it's like
Rings.
just the voice
Gollum?
I do.
You can do Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, do Gloom from Lord of the Rings.
hello, I'm Gloom.
I couldn't do it.
I love the room.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I can't fucking do it. It's so frustrating.
I can't either.
You know what everybody can do, but I can't do is fucking Mickey Mouse. I can't do it. Everybody on earth can do Mickey Mouse. Fuck all of you.
That's not Mickey.
Missing that piece from your voice.
You know Rodrigo? He can do a perfect Goofy.
I can't do Mickey very well.
You just talk really high, like
I
this.
can't go that
All
high.
impressions.
You gotta be like,
That's the highest I can go.
Smoking ruined my voice. Do a Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
That's pretty close. I can't do it either.
It's got like a Brooklyn, like a whitey Jewish Brooklyn accent.
You're really good at what is it, Vegeta? Is that?
oh yeah, but I have to strangle myself and be like,
Yes, lick my wiener.
Does the what's his name do it?
who?
The guy, the voice actor for Vegeta. Does he do that too?
No.
Like when Tom Kenny does like the SpongeBob
Yeah.
laugh, he has to manipulate his throat. Yeah.
And Mick is really good. It's like Mick did Goku, right?
Yeah.
Mick just has a Goku
He nailed
voice,
that
though.
somehow. I don't know how.
He can do Vegeta better than me too.
See, that's what I'm talking about. When people are like, "You're a voice actor, Stamper," I'm like, "Hi, hell no!"
Yeah.
Like Mick is a voice actor because he's
Yeah.
got range. You throw anything at Mick, he's like, "I don't know, I'll give it a shot." Say, "Hey Mick, can you do John Rambo?" And he's like, "I'll give it a shot." I'm John Rambo, and then do it perfectly. You're like, "Shut the fuck up, dude!"
He did Snape from Harry Potter perfectionally.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
It was like unbelievable.
He like rolled like he had cheddar in the back of his throat, like Ronald Reagan.
I don't know how he did it.
I have no fucking idea.
God, he's getting such a hard on right now listening to this.
I know,
He's gonna
fucking
post about it on Twitter.
his little fucking Tic Tac wiener is getting so stiff right now.
You know what would be really funny?
What?
When dicks are so small that they have the ball seam going up to the tip of the dick.
Oh yeah.
What?
That's the funniest
The
shit.
ball scene.
Can you explain that a little bit?
You know the ball seam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It stretches to the tip of the dick because the dick's so small.
Wow, your dick gets really small.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's pretty small.
Yeah, his dick looks like a yam that
Your
was stitched
dick almost
together
invert?
from Frankenstein
Fuck,
yams.
yeah.
Let's just say when I stand up, it tickles my bum.
I'm gonna put my thumb between my two fingers. Is that what it looks like when you're like?
It's not all red and creepy like that.
Oh, all right.
I've said it once, I'll say it again. My friend Jack has a brown dick, even though he's white.
And you've seen it.
Every white guy has a project except for you, you fucking disgusting.
Mine's like Christmas.
You said that before.
It's true.
It's like a descriptive you constantly use for your wiener.
It's true. It's pale.
The only thing
It's
your
a
dick has in
translucent.
common with Christmas is
It snows.
Is it?
It's cold.
It's because it's got dandruff. Nailed it.
Christmas doesn't have dandruff. Hey, Stamper, what do you think they don't make in China?
Black people.
Chinese. Wait, do they kill the boys or the girls there?
It's true.
Do they kill? They kill girls, right?
Kill gorillas?
Girls.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't make girls there.
Oh my goodness.
That's bad.
It's talking
Should we-
about
oh yeah,
reality.
wait. We were saying
It's like a riddle.
we were gonna talk about the places we liked, like places we've been we didn't like, or like the least, visited.
Just do full-on hatred without any filter.
Even
You
if it's a
start,
place you kind of like, what's the worst place? What's the worst part about it?
and then be angry about it. You start, Jeff. Just go. Just rail.
I've been in South Korea, and I could talk about that a little bit.
Do it.
First of all, during the summer, I don't know how interesting this is going to be, but it's more humid there every single fucking day in the summer than it is. The average humid day over there is more humid than the most humid day anywhere in the United States.
It's true though. It's something that people wouldn't really expect when you think about I
don't know if it's they're closer to the equator. I don't know what it is, but it is unfucking bearable. And those people, they've evolved.
What do you mean those people?
Those Koreans.
Those dang dirty Koreans.
The damn South Koreans. They've evolved not to sweat. Like every white person over there, every pasty white person was sweating their balls off. All these dudes, all these other Koreans are just standing around watching Breaking Bad on their phones, their TV phones.
And
it's
Walter White
nothing.
is like, Jesse Pinkman.
No, it was subtitled, but it was kind of funny seeing them watch that over there.
But does that mean that when they come over to somewhere that's not human at all, do they just break out in rashes or whatever?
I don't know.
What do you mean they?
But
Those filthy chinks. Okay.
Those damn slants.
But they don't even bother air conditioning their stores.
See, that's one
Everything
thing.
is hot as fuck.
When people talk about vacationing abroad to Korea or Japan, the one thing you never hear anybody talk about is the weather. Ever. So
Yeah.
you'll never know these things. It's actually good knowledge to have that Korea is a sweltering hellhole.
And then as I'm experiencing this, this one my brother's Korean girlfriend or whatever, she's telling me about fan death, and I'm like, what is fan death? Have you guys heard of this?
I think I've heard. I've heard about it.
It's a superstition that they believe if you run a fan in a room at night, it can suck the air out of the room and kill you. No joke.
What?
Even though a fan is pretty much scientifically proven just to
push air
around the room.
Circulate air.
It does nothing with the oxygen molecules.
Do they mean if you have a fan blowing hot air out of your room, like exhaust?
Not even in or out. If there's a ceiling fan running, if there's a little portable fan on the table, they believe it can kill you.
I almost feel like if I lived there for long enough, that would rub off on me.
Or possibly it can, or one of the explanations is it can make a room cool down so fast the coldness can kill you. I don't know what the explanation is, but it is so crazy that manufacturers over there have bowed to this superstition, and they put they put a timer on their fans over there so they go off at night so people aren't scared that they'll die in their sleep.
It's like the 13th floor sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's just they do know that that's stupid and wrong, right?
You would think, but they don't. No, I got into a big argument with this because this girl she's very smart and intelligent, but she just believed this one particular thing, and I'm getting mad. I'm like, you're kidding me. This is nonsense. She's like, no, this is true.
That's so weird. People can just.
Oh my god.
That's just beyond reason.
Yeah.
The only fan death I have to worry about is becoming too popular. Am I right, Zach?
Yes.
Did you fall asleep? His story wasn't that fucking boring.
No. I'm just so
Anyway, I don't know what to say besides Korea. South Korea is very much just it's as much a bizarro America as Canada is. They're three sides of the same coin, kind of. They're all South Korea is almost like the world of what's that movie, Blade Runner, where everything's more advanced a little, but it's also dirtier. It's dirtier and more advanced at the same time.
It's gritty.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to open the door to McDonald's because it was automated somehow. There was some special sensor you had to push, and I couldn't even fucking find it. And then, all the toilets I'd find, all the American toilets had 30 buttons on them. I didn't know what they meant either.
They had a slanty eye scanner on everything. You have to push your eyes back with the tips of your fingers.
Yeah. That's weird. It's a little weird over there. I didn't like certain aspects, but it was cool in other aspects, I guess. I guess I don't want to be unfair.
What do you hate, Chris?
The worst place I've ever been was
Dublin.
Was where I hail from in my country. Do you want to guess where it was?
Dublin?
No.
Wexford.
Dublin.
Dublin. Okay.
But yeah, I hate Dublin because every time I go there, something horrible happens. Like
what?
Like the first time I was like there, I was like 15 with my friends, and I was walking in a street, and we were walking by some shop with a hash leaf on the front of it, and I was like, "Are they allowed to show the hash leaf on the front?" And some guy just like smashed me in my face. He split my lip open and kept walking. And another time I was there, I went into McDonald's, and I was eating food, and this old lady came in, and she shoved her hand in my food. She was like, "This is where I sit," and I was like, "Great." And I left. And then just every time I go there, something horrible happens.
I'm sorry, Chris.
It's fine. I don't have to live there. It's just I did have to live there when I was in college, so there was plenty of fucking bullshit.
What do you not like about America?
Let me think. You know what? Everything that's bad here is bad, elsewhere.
Right.
I guess the police here are crazier, but not really in this area.
In Ireland, can the cops carry guns?
No. Which is pretty cool, except that they're all kind of pussies. Like,
that's where all the videos come from, where all the kids are like, "What are you gonna do, faggot?" And they really can't do anything.
Yeah, like
so
in Ireland, like I've had situations in Ireland where like people have been getting hassled on the street. You call the police, they show up, but they just pretty much be like, "Look, you just need to stop that now, or we'll have to come back." And then they're like, "Okay," and then they can just continue and run away. But usually, the police in Ireland are good enough that they'll usually catch when something bad's going on, even if they've already like gotten away.
Do they wear those like stupid British police hats, or do they have like more American?
Oh, like hats? Bobby hats.
Bobby hats.
They don't have bobby hats. They've got like the flat top ones.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to get used to the way we handle cops around here. So protocol in America for dealing with cops is to hate cops and go online and talk about how much you hate cops, and then go around and harass and film them and upload those videos, and then continue talking about how bad cops are, even though you're fucking with them all day.
Even though they're 13 and they've never even had a run-in with a cop, but they're like, "Fuck cops."
The cops here have been really great. The cops in our area, they've been like really like amazing.
I've never had a fucking problem with a single cop in my entire life.
I've met a lot of fucking horrible police officers, but it's not to say like, because there's a ton of great cops, but it is the one profession where that old saying that one apple spoils the whole bunch, it applies to police officers more than anyone else. Because, there could be like 50 cops on the force, but if one of them is going out doing crooked shit, then all of a sudden you fucking hate cops, regardless of the other guys are just out there trying to do a good job, which is fucked up, but it happens.
It just seems like these guys, like, I not sound too sympathetic, but they deal with assholes all day long, and I'm not interested in contributing to that. I figured if I'm respectful to them, they won't give me any shit back, and that's
for the most part
so
it's true.
far
Yeah.
that's worked out.
I do see cops fucking with kids and stuff, and there are some times where you really raise an eyebrow at their actions. But
I just fucking hate these YouTube videos of these little dickheads carrying around their AK-47 down the highway.
Yeah.
Like they walk in front of a police car just to get the cop to notice them.
Yeah, I'm gonna prank cops today.
What are you gonna do? What's in my rights? My right.
No, it's not even about pranking. There's people going to like chili or that chili. What's it called?
Oh, Chipotle.
Yeah, they go in there with like AK-47s. They're like, "It's our right."
Yeah. What are you gonna do? And like you're scaring people who just want to buy a fucking burrito. You cunts.
Fucking
idiots.
They should be shot.
Those guys with their cell phones where they're like, "I have every right to film you. I'm just gonna sit here and put my camera in your face. This is what you do."
And then they get upset, and they almost get upset, and the cop reacts calmly. They're just like, "Well, it's within your rights, sir, but if you could just listen to what I'm saying."
Yeah, you're getting in my way for something I'm trying to do.
Or these fucking cunts that when a cop is trying to deal with somebody else for another situation, like disorderly conduct or whatever, some asshole runs up to them with the phone. And he's like, "What do you do? What are you arresting him for, huh? Huh?" Like getting all up in the cop's grill about it. And the cop's like, "Sir, can you just back away? I'm trying to deal with this situation."
I have my rights, man.
Yeah.
Hey, so it's a monumental day, and there's a better word for this, but it's the first time that anyone's ever fallen asleep during a SleepyCast. Zach has officially fallen asleep, so we're gonna make up lies about him as he sits there like the piece of shit he is. Oh, I also hate I hate Jackson.
Jews, Arabs, Japs.
What? He woke up. I hate Jacksonville, Florida, the grand majority of Florida, to be honest, and I
What are
hate
you guys
Los
talking
Angeles.
about? That's what I say whenever I wake up. What are you guys talking about?
The places we hate.
Oh,
You little sleepy snake.
everything I said still stands.
Okay.
Why do you hate Florida, Stamper?
Lots of reasons, but also because it's just kind of a grim shithole.
Yeah, it seems really. It seems like it seems flat, kind of boring, really humid, and it's kind of like scary. There's like a lot of drugs and shit, that kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, the areas I was in, they weren't I was in West Palm, but I hated the fact that it rained every fucking 20 minutes, and I just had a really bad time down. You know, like, I'm sure that, you know, there's a lot of good, you know, Swain's from Florida, and, you know, there's a lot of good people in Florida, but you can't really put your finger on why, but every now and again you'll go to a place you've never been to before, and it's not like you're carrying a bad attitude with you, but the second you get off the plane, you just know that you're not going to have a good time there. There's just a vibe about it.
That's what, that's how I feel about with Dublin. It's like the second I step off a train, I'm in Dublin City, I feel fucking scared. It's just a sense of dread, and like it's just your gut, pretty much, right?
Yeah, it's just your gut. Like you could go to some place you've never been. Like you get off in fucking Montana and see how you feel there.
Dublin's full of scary people. Like one time, I was with a girl at the time, and I was visiting her in her like flat.
Was that Jack the Ripper? Or no, that was UK, right?
Boy, that was UK.
Yeah.
No, Dublin. Yeah, no. But one time I was like leaving the flat, right? And I went outside, and this like it was like at a hostel too. This like group of like 8-year-old kids ran up to me, and they were all like wearing shitty clothes, and one of them had sellotape wrapped around its face so I couldn't see his face. And they were all wearing hoodies, and they were like, "You got any gear, mate?" or whatever. And I was just like, "No, sorry." I was like dressed in a tracksuit and I had a backpack, so I looked kind of scummy. But they kept following me down the street, and then one of them grabbed my backpack, and I turned around and was like, "Ah!" and they all fucking ran. It was fucking scary though.
Sweet dude.
Not really.
Do those stories actually happen where like a woman walks up and throws you a baby and you catch the baby and then all her kids run up and steal all the shit out of your pockets while you're holding the baby?
No, that didn't happen in Ireland.
That's sweet, dude.
The little kid was a shithead that was like, "Got any gear?" I was like, "No."
You gotta establish your ground. You have to lean down and be like, "Do you have any gear, faggot?" And he's like, "No, just as sweet." And he gives you a little Tootsie Roll.
I was trying to play it nicely at first. I was like, "No, sorry, I don't do that." And I kept walking. And then when they grabbed my bag, I was terrified. I thought they were going to steal my shit.
They're just talking about like loot or like...
They were talking about drugs.
Oh.
That's what gear means.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That doesn't seem right. They're kids.
I know. That's why it was scary.
He was asking you for like your camera.
I was like, these guys probably have like... I thought they probably had like their big brothers waiting around or some shit.
Yeah, like Chris just pulls a big cog out of his pocket. Yeah. And he's like, "Here you go."
Like random machinery in your backpack.
Hey!
Now, here you're talking about the bathroom and the bloody toilet paper. You're probably even joking about that, right?
Yeah.
But you know what I heard you can do? You can get black toilet paper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you wipe your ass with it and you see brown on black.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't look at my toilet paper.
But you know what else? You know what else that reminded me of? Yeah, one time they came out with green ketchup, and they just colored it green just cause.
Yeah, they had purple ketchup too.
I know, but did you ever try eating something with green ketchup?
Mm-mm.
I felt sick like after 2 seconds. It tasted the exact same, but just looking at it made me want to kill myself.
Yeah, there's a lot of theory behind color when it comes to food. You know, they say that if you eat a lot of your meals off of blue plates,
yeah, you fill up faster.
Yeah, because blue is an off-putting color when it comes to eating. If you put blue food coloring in something delicious like macaroni and cheese, you'll eat like a quarter of it because blue is an incredibly rare occurring color in nature.
Yeah.
Not much food comes in blue. I mean, you could argue the blueberries do, but truthfully, they're more dark purple violet.
Yeah, like just I don't know. Just eating it and looking at the color is just gross.
But if you were blind, you'd be like,
yeah. And it tastes the exact same.
Yeah, they had purple ketchup. This is to make ketchup fun for kids. But when you're a kid, you like ketchup. It's not like they.
When I was a kid, I was like 6 when that happened. It was like green ketchup, and I just didn't want to eat it anymore. Anyways.
All right, so Zach's asleep.
I'm so tired.
You look like a baby mouse, like a little Pinky.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Pinky mouse.
We were going to talk about the Wilhelm scream.
Oh, so here's something we were talking about at dinner to wrap this whole fucking thing up. The Wilhelm scream. to open that can of worms up.
You know, we should edit it in right here. Let's have.
Yeah, this fucking thing.
Ah, I hate it.
That fucking piece of shit. Jokes aside,
Let's-
it's not even like a nagging thing. It's a fucking travesty, and it shouldn't be used anymore.
Wait. So there's some people out there who literally have no fucking idea what you're talking about, right?
They just heard it.
No, I know, but they probably are like, what the fuck are these guys talking about,
It's,
right?
all right, so the history of the Wilhelm scream is it's a sound effect of a man screaming it must be like 70 years old at this point.
Yeah, you can see. Like I think it originated from an old black and white Western movie where a dude fell off a horse and he was like,
And it began to become like an inside joke with sound engineers or guys editing sound, where they would throw it into random movies or TV shows.
Yeah, chances
It's like a
are
joke.
it's in every single one of your favorite movies.
There are montages or compiled clips on YouTube of it in being in. It goes like 100 clips long, but you hear it in comedies and fucking Batman and God of War,
Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Harry
Movies,
Potter, Lord of the
anywhere
Rings,
range-
Game of Thrones.
From the beginning of that scream all the way up to the fucking new Hobbit movies. Not to say I don't know if they're in the new Hobbit movies.
Oh, I'm sure
pretty
it's in
sure
one of
they
They're
were in
in
the Lord
everything.
of the Rings. Though.
But the reason we're talking about this is because it's now a problem. Because it sucks you out of the movie instantly the second you hear it because you know what it is.
It's overdone at this point.
So basically, the whole thing is sound designers think they're in on this big joke whenever they use it. And they think they're being original and hilarious. But the truth is, it's in every single movie ever, and at this point, it just needs to die. Because it just sucks out the immersion and kills the moment. I was watching Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
It's a really great show, and I was so into it. It seemed so fucking flawless.
Yeah.
Up until this one point when they played the fucking Wilhelm scream, and I was sucked out. It made me so angry. I was so into it. It was the first time in so long I'd been like really into it, into something, you know?
No, it totally pulled it. Once you're aware of it, it ruins any game or movie you're watching. Like when I bought God of War 3, within the first 30 seconds of the first cinematic, like the camera epically panned down to hell, and there are all these goblins running around. And of course, a goblin falls off a bridge.
So too did the might of the Olympians. He created
And they play the fucking Wilhelm scream.
Dude, like
I just wanted to turn the fucking game off.
I'm actually being reserved with how much I hate that fucking thing. I swear to God, every time I hear that scream, I want to turn whatever I'm looking at off. It's like imagine that you're playing any game, like a Resident Evil game, but for 1 second of that game, a picture of Shaquille O'Neal's face just shows up on the screen and then goes away.
It's never subtle. It's always punctuated. It always punctuates
yeah.
the scene.
And you're just like, oh my God, if I see that fucking picture of Shaquille O'Neal one more time, I'm gonna fucking... And it's the same exact thing because it totally destroys the immersion, and it's a bad quality sound to begin with. It's how nobody screams.
It has like background noise.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's got fuzz behind it, and they try to like tweak it to make it fit in well, but it doesn't. It never works right.
But another thing that's related to is the fact we were saying that when movies rely on using sound libraries, they never really edit the sounds to make it suit. So when especially if you're a content creator like me, Stamper, Jeff, or Zach, we have sound libraries saved to our computer that we've heard all these sound effects a million times. So every time
we have plenty of collections.
This is what you're supposed to do when you use a sound effect. You're supposed to bring it into an audio editing piece of software, and you change it ever so slightly so the person doesn't realize it's that sound. You can do this in a variety of ways. You could
speed it up, slow it down,
change
pitch
the pitch, or add more sounds on top of it so it blends in more.
Pitch it down. If it's an explosion, then layer 2 explosions and put them both at 50% volume.
But what we're trying to really get here to in the long run is that sound designers or sound engineers in Hollywood are fucking hacks. They just use the sounds, throw them in, and then they're done, and they get paid $20,000.
Yeah, if you're a sound designer and you're just pulling shit off a CD, a pre-prepared Sony sound effects CD for movies and shit, then you're not a sound designer. You're a guy with the fucking CD. The editor could do that.
Yeah.
Would you like to mention the latest sound that is bothering you?
Oh, yeah, the door.
Oh my God, there is this one sound that bothers me more than fucking anything, and you've heard it a million times. It's the sound of this rusty gate opening, and they use it on everything. If somebody opens an oven, it's like this.
You probably have it.
Yeah,
right?
you have it.
I have it all over the place.
So you could probably
This is
put
it. This is it.
Yeah, right here. They use it on any door, regardless of whether it's fucking rusty or not. Every prison door.
Kid spreading his asshole.
Yeah.
Anything.
It's fucking ridiculous. There's a handful of sounds like that I'm so sick and tired of hearing, but that one stands above and beyond every other fucking sound. It was in that new piece of shit show, Sleepy Hollow. For example. In the first episode. They used it twice, back to back.
Fucking... Wait, what was I going to say there?
I swear, like the same audio guy is doing all these brand new shows.
They don't. Yeah, they're.
When I hear that rusty door sound, I shut off whatever I'm watching.
Okay.
Regardless of what it is.
Yeah, I could mention how it's not sound related, but it's the same vein, you could say, where once you start creating media with like existing
you're talking about
libraries or
fonts.
That's what I wanted to say.
You're talking about fonts?
Yeah, once you start being aware of font libraries as a graphic designer, everywhere you look, every store, everything you start seeing the same fonts, and everything just looks so much lazier to you.
Yeah.
Every piece of signage looks incredibly lazy.
What I hate is when somebody uses a like a grunge font when like the letters are torn up.
Yeah.
But then they use the A the same time, and it's like the same A,
yeah.
so they didn't trash like the second A in a different way. But when I do see that they actually put the effort in to like make the second A look better or whatever, then I immediately get 100% more respect for them. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Hopefully people understand what we're talking about.
People just need to not be lazy. That's it.
It's like if there's a font of like somebody like a really rough, like painting with like a paintbrush these letters, and they use the exact same letter twice in a row. It's like
then they're just hacking shit out on their computer.
It ruins the illusion that it was painted or stamped or whatever.
Which was the whole point of the font to begin with.
You know what? The best way to do anything like that is to like, even though it might look a little worse, you might as well just create your own font or create your own sound effects.
Yeah.
Because then people will never call you out on anything. Even if the sound effect is like slightly worse, no one's gonna give a shit.
Like the unwashed masses won't notice, but everybody in your field will know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Lazy bum.
Don't be lazy. Or be lazy, but don't call yourself a fucking engineer or a designer if everything you do takes you 30 fucking seconds.
These guys probably just have no passion about what they're working on anyway.
I guarantee you they don't. I bet they're underpaid. And
anyway, it's time to wrap up this shit show.
Time to wrap up this shitty podcast. This podcast full of retards.
Thanks for listening to SleepyCast.
Anyway, this is the end of SleepyCast. Welcome. Bye.
Good night.
Thanks for listening to SleepyCast episode 16.
Thanks for listening.
And this is the first real official SleepyCast, you could say, because Zach fell asleep during it.
Bye, sleepyheads. Bye.
I love how little you care about your fans and listeners. All you had to do was stay up for like 30 minutes.
Dude, I got up at 3 a.m. today. I've been up for fucking, what is that?
Not even 24 hours.
Oh, fuck you.
Pussy bitch. Okay.
Is your brain still conscious enough to tell me a joke, Zach?
Yeah, Stamper's light. There you go.
Okay, so this has been SleepyCast episode 6. We've been here with JohnnyUtah.
Good night.
Me. Good night. Stamper.
Good morning.
And Zachary.
Oh, it's me. Oh.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to eat your apple and get the nutrients at the school. Don't let the bully take your lunch money and whatnot.
Fuck y'all. I gotta pee at my weed.
Bob, I don't need to worry about that. I think I'll do fine, you know. I'm not gonna get mugged, you know. I'll be fine.
How long's my dick been hanging out, guys? Jesus Christ.
Those
Tell
are
me
your balls.
these things. My balls are completely normal.
SleepyCabin, a safe haven during the hour of the wolf. Peace out.